Hey, what's your name again?
I'm Aanika.
Aanika, there we go, Aanika.
I just thought this is one of my first days in the city, and I'm just starting political reporting, and I thought I feel so lucky to have run into you. And
Yeah, it's fortunate timing, right?
A serendipitous moment, so I wanted to thank you again, and maybe if you had time, like continue the conversation.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more? Tomorrow at 11 a.m. you said there's going to be a protest here?
Yes. So what they're doing, there's a group marching down from Philadelphia. I believe it's Constitution Day tomorrow.
Yes.
So there's several blackout protests happening around the nation.
Yeah.
What they're doing, they're bringing a signed copy of the Constitution to remind Congress of their duties. Because we know that really, since the felon's been reelected, Congress has just abdicated their duty. They're allowing him to commit criminal acts, all types of horrific things, from assassinating Venezuelans, deadly use of force, to just, like I said, shredding the Constitution, shredding the amendments, going after political enemies, making ICE like basically the brown coats of our time. The kidnappers now, going after black and brown people. Because we know immigration is really about white supremacy these days. And so all the dirty history is really coming up about the country.
And I saw the family come up to you earlier too.
Yeah, so that group, he's also one of the veterans who helped me found it. His name is Jay Carey. When the felon put a executive order out saying that burning the American flag is punishable, a year in jail and all of that, blah, 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 he immediately grabbed the American flag, went to the White House and burned it.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna continue to, lean into our First Amendment rights, and we're not gonna let them be stripped away by a tyrant. So there is no universe where Charlie Kirk is a hero, not one. The fact they gave that demon military honors makes my blood boil as a soldier. I know real people who died out here defending democracy, and they do a damn thing to lower the flags or put them on Air Force Two or any of that nonsense. So they're really just, like I said, they're openly racist, they're openly corrupt, but I think their undoing is the sheer incompetence of them. So I think we will defeat them in the long run because of that fatal flaw that they have.
So do you think that there's been this sentiment in DC to rise up against this change with the administration?
Oh, no doubt. The moment we got here, we got overwhelming support.
Yeah.
So I get overwhelming support with these flags. I have a few variations of them, but people really overwhelmingly, they don't like Trump. Remember, 93% voted against him. And so now he's come down, he's torn down Black Lives Matter Plaza. He wants to pay homage to the damn Confederacy. The Confederate dogs that fought a war to keep us in chains as black people is utterly disgusting. But this is who they are. They are the Confederacy. They're everything that they accuse others of doing. That's who they are at their core. I mean, look at their heroes, right? Charlie Kirk is a hero to them.
The Senate just unanimously voted to make the day of Charlie Kirk's death a national holiday. And so that's in proceedings. What do you think about that?
It's a scourge, right? But it's who they are. They can no longer deny being Nazis. They can no longer deny being the Confederacy. And so we have to resist at every level. You don't fund an organization like ICE more than the Marine Corps unless you plan on using them against the population. As a soldier, I know that the military does not have enough personnel to declare martial law nationwide. They just don't have the manpower to do it. They're going to they need to use other citizens. That's why they're bringing in these white supremacist groups like the Powerpuff Boys and the Oath Breakers. Remember, these guys were facing serious years in prison. The January 6th crimes they committed. Seditious conspiracy is one of the most difficult charges to prove. They were convicted of that. So basically treason. And now they're being given heroes welcome. Ashley Babbitt getting military honors. Her grifting mother is receiving $5 million of taxpayer money. So we know who these demons are. And I'm like, you can do it, but don't ever think you get to claim to be the party of law and order ever again. They are everything that we fought against. And if they say Antifa's a terrorist organization, I will be a proud Antifa field commander.
What does it mean for you as a soldier to be standing up against these people who are so-called proud patriots and nationalists?
Well, we have to show the contrast. As a soldier, I deployed multiple times for this country. I was in Cuba 95, Bosnia 96, Kosovo 99, Iraq 08, Afghanistan 2013. So I've seen regimes around the world, how they act. This is no different. Everything that's happening here is out their playbook, Project 2025, which is basically a white supremacist, white nationalist handbook to make the presidency a fucking king, right, and shred the separation of powers, get rid of, equal justice under the law. All that's out the window.